got this reputation as being a really inspirational teacher, and you've worked with countless students over the years. I mean, what kind of, for you, drives this passion to teach? Because you could have easily spent less time on that and more time on the work, but it seems you really enjoy teaching. And what do you think drives that?
Well, I was really brought to MIT, joining the faculty to teach physics to engineering students. I had a special function, and I really liked that because what I saw was that the future of many engineering applications would be knowing more science, because that would enable new things to happen. And that was exactly what did happen, because as they had more education and more knowledge of all the possibilities, they could make use of that with new devices. So this is what I did, and it was a good avenue. And I influenced and inspired many youngsters in many different walks of life. It was not only academic careers.
What do you think are sort of keys to being a really good teacher and mentor? What do you think are the most important things you have to do?
Well, one thing is empathy, and you have to understand your audience. You're not teaching for yourself, you're teaching for them, and conveying not only information, but the motivation and why it is what. Understanding is really important for them, and teaching them how to teach themselves, because they won't have me all the time. So,
I mean, in your own education and your work, you must have come into contact with lots of really great, eminent scientists over the years. I mean, do any of those really stand out as inspirations for you?
Very much so. My undergraduate work, I was very much inspired by Rosalind Yellow. She was a teacher of mine, and she was really a founder of medical physics in the real early years. And so that was my undergraduate work. And in graduate school, I encountered Enrico Fermi. And he was a great inspiration for everybody. We can't beat that. Not only was he a fantastic scientist, but he was a marvelous teacher in presenting any concept with great clarity and enthusiasm.
So I mean, students today, I mean, they sort of have the benefits of great teachers and mentors like yourself, but it's not always easy in these sort of economic times, and often the jobs they want aren't always there immediately when students finish. So is there any advice you would give to somebody who's studying science now, who wants a career in science?
Well, I believe that it's very important to enjoy what you're doing, because the idea of a whole lifetime of a career, you have to love it. So, because to be good at it, you have to put time and effort into it, and you don't want to put time and effort into things that you're not excited about. So that's the loving of it. And in science, you meet great people, and I think the students that I've had have been inspirational to me. Maybe I've been inspirational to them, but they've also been inspirational to me, because in science you learn together. You know, maybe we start and the professor knows a few things that the student doesn't know, but soon we start discovering together, and that's the most exciting part of it.
So would you recommend, if, say somebody didn't even want to work in science, you'd still recommend a degree? Do you think there's skills people can learn just from studying science for a few years?
By all means. What a young student will learn is the scientific method. And it's a way of organizing your thoughts in a logical way, and it helps you even in living to be organized and logical about what you're doing, predictable. So I think the scientific method works very well for many people.
You've won lots of prizes over the years. Recently you won the Kavli Prize, for example. I mean, does that really mean a lot to you to win these awards? Do you really value that type of recognition?
No, I don't. I work for love. Awards, they come, but they are not that important. The doing of the work is what's important, I think, not so much the recognition. Having some recognition that you haven't been wasting your time, I think, is a good thing. And but a teacher should be giving that to the students all the time. That's called encouragement. So prizes are a different level of encouragement. But I don't really know how important prizes are, but the public thinks it's important.